everything inside me is opened up again. Possibly exemplified all the little flaws I have denied. Forget today, forget whatever happened. Every day I see a little more overall deficiencies. I'm nothing short of being one complete catastrophe. What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? I save all the bullets from ignorant minds, or insults get stuck in my teeth as they glide. Way past the taste on a way to bad omens. I increase while my sentence increase. God, what the fuck is wrong? You act like you knew it all along. Your timing sucks, your silence is a blessing. All I ever wanted out of you was something you could never be. Now take a real good look at what you fucking done to me. What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? I haven't got time for the living. I haven't got time for the living. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason why I cook you up. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason why I need you. Give me the reason I fuck you up. I see you in me. 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 I keep my scars from crying eyes, incapable of ever knowing why. Somebody breathe, I gotta have an answer. Why am I so fascinated by bigger pictures, better things? But I don't care what you think, you'll never understand why. What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this? Fuck! Coming on the first wave, better get an army cause the fire let me unscathed. You bet you about an Eller on the top of the ship, pal. So stick around cause it gives you in just a few. Step out the octane, get back or get stung. Idiotic sense of yourself, are you that dumb? Title to me, totalitarian, the one and only motherfucking top of the world, man. I can't stand it, planned it, gonna crash landed. In other words, consider me branded. Another version of me, another version of you. Both birds, what you gotta do? I am a human noise. You make your own fucking choice. I belong to only me. Silence from my revelry. Die over time. Filthy ass, stay away from mine. Every reason is a right to hate. Painful glides. Death is fine, give me mine. Only one of us walks away. Only one of us walks away. Only one of us walks away. Somebody explain this. You don't care cause you don't exist. What the fuck is just another joke? Rocket Eye.
What's up, Negative Nation, and welcome to MarshMallow Live. It is 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful state of Indiana. It is Hump Day morning, baby. Welcome to the broadcast. It's so good to see you. How you doing? How you doing, you sons of biscuits? Welcome to MarshMallow Live, the other white meat. The other side of the coin, the heel of the bread. That's right. It's me. It's DDP. That's double penetration if you're nasty. What's going on, guys? We are gathered here to have a very special look at a very special live stream that took place last night while I was in bed. The only night that I don't go to the Discord to participate in the voice chat, the only night where I just decide to just say, fuck it, and go to bed at like 9 o'clock, there's a live stream that I probably should have been a part of. But of course, we know the host was never going to invite me to do a live stream anyway, nor was her guest. By the way, I only put Big T's name in the title to show love from my homie. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing negative to say. If I have anything, look, if I have a disagreement with Trag, I'm not gonna air it out to y'all here publicly. That's not why he's in the title. It's my response because I just want to show some love to my big homie for going in there and representing last night. So, I want to take a look at just a few timestamps in this live stream. I want to hear what Trag had to say for a few minutes. Like, I'm not trying to monitor what people are saying. I'm just giving my commentary on it because I'm interested in what the other people are saying as well. Trag is very consistent. He doesn't change his story or his allegiances according to how he feels for the day. He has what we call convictions. Also, I want to take a look at what Ruby through the looking glass had to say. Apparently I left a comment on her video and she has been like fucking trashing me for days or weeks even over a comment I left on her video. I don't even know what the comment is. Like, it must not have been that important if it's still, how does that stick to somebody's ribs for so long? And I'm honestly curious as to what Hawaii 5-0 Gigi Allen himself has to say. And the angry Pistachio. So I want to hear what some of them have to say. But we're gonna wait a few minutes. We're just gonna like kind of vibe here. Can we get some black hearts in the chat for the Negative Nation, please? Can we get some black hearts in the chat for Negative Nation? We are live simulcast on Rumble and the YouTube. We're on the YouTube as well. So if you would like, you could watch us on YouTube and chat a little bit more fluidly than you can on Rumble. Hey, I bet his trip to Hawaii cost as much as money as I've lost from not having my channels in the last 2 months. What do you want to bet? Anyway, that's not my problem. I ain't hating. Fuck, I'd go to Hawaii every other day too if I like to travel and could stand people. But I don't give a shit about some island in the middle of the ocean. You know, I don't, hoobity-doo. Like, you know, they got meth problems just like, you know, inland. I don't understand. Like, what do you go to Hawaii for exactly? I mean, if you live in Florida, can't you just go to the fucking beach? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not judging. Maybe I'm hating a little bit because I lost my sponsorship with Papa John's. So I'm going to give you all, I'm going to just go ahead and cue this stream up because the suspense is not killing me, but I would like to just move right along. Again, I am here on Rumble and YouTube for absolutely free. Oh, he went for a wedding? Oh, okay, cool. Right on. Well, yeah. I mean, like, why get married in one of the, like, in Florida? That's kind of just like Hawaii. Just, you can go to Hawaii. Why do people do that? I'm going to go to Hawaii and get married. Are you from Hawaii? No. Then, okay. What does that even matter? Remember when we got married in Hawaii? Remember that? Remember when that thing we did that happened that was like just one day and then it was done? Yeah, remember that? Remember we spent thousands of dollars on that and now all of a sudden I'm sick and I can't afford my medicine? Yeah, remember that? That's such a good time. I can't wait to die in misery because I can't pay for my medicine. I'm sorry, I just took that bit a little bit too far. Hey, I did spend $1,000 on tickets to a concert. That was done and over with in 8 hours. So I shouldn't be hating too much. It's jokes. Oh my God, I can't afford my insulin, but we went to Hawaii 30 years ago. Jesus Christ. So, of course, we have Angry Pistachio, you know, the sick and struggling, all that bullshit is on the scene because Amy is obviously a sick and struggling person. So, you can't have the world's biggest virtue signaler. You can't have a live stream without the world's biggest virtue signaler sticking her nose into it. And, of course, is her partner in crime, the farmer, I guess. That's who that is. I don't know. Hawaii 5-0. Look, man, I don't dislike anybody on this panel except I don't even dislike Ruby. Okay, I'm not in the market for new friends or rekindling old friendships. I'm here to give my review. I'm here to do what every YouTuber does. I'm here to well, no, I'm sorry, not every YouTuber. I saw your comment down here, Pistachio. Can we talk about this for a second? This Ruby woman has been not only see, this is why I stopped fucking with you, is because this is the fakest shit I've ever heard. You tell me like a year ago, you were telling these fat bitches to kill themselves, they deserve this, they deserve that, to Ruby through the looking glass, who has been slandering me for weeks, says, I appreciate you having a conversation with me. And you're like, I appreciate you too. It took courage and respect. Heart, come on. Stop it. Stop it. Like, how are you ever my friend if you are this transparent? This is so transparent. It took courage and respect. Why do you feel the need to like, look, you can like have people on without kissing their ass. You know what I'm saying? You're just kissing people's ass. It's so stupid. You have put more effort into this than you did trying to get Tommy C to do a stream about the injustice, about the lynch mob that came for me. But, you know, Amy's sick and struggling. I just want to hear what they have to say, but then I'm going to move these timestamps of 1 hour, 12 minutes and 1 hour, 51 minutes. And then finally, Ruby gets into the comment that traumatized her at 2 hours and 3 minutes. You guys went live for 3 fucking hours. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ugh.
All right, we're live.
Yes, you are. We'll speed you
We're
up.
live. All right, hey guys. Hope everyone had a happy holiday. I missed a lot, it seems. Like, what the hell was everybody doing around the holidays? Did this shit happen on Christmas and Christmas Eve?
No, it started last night. I mean, apparently there's a history, but I'm not in their Discord, so I don't know. According to Tragic, it's been building up, but the story that I have started last evening.
Yeah, the story you have about Amy, right? Yeah, Amy got drunk, wished death on Charlie Gold, and then the next day didn't apologize, blamed everybody else for it. And I'm sure Peanut's going to coddle her because she's a human being, right? She's a human being. She doesn't deserve ridicule. See, this type of mentality is why we have the problem we have now. It's like when somebody just comes out of left field and is like, yeah, I don't have a gender. And everybody goes, yeah, you don't have a gender. It's okay. It's like telling a 4-year-old, yes, you're Superman.
Okay, first, who are all the players? Who are the main players?
Oh, goodness. So the main players
I didn't even know how to tag this. Like, I didn't even know how to put what keywords to put in.
The main players are Flaming Amy and then, I guess, Negative Nation. There's like a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, I guess they just, the whole thing doesn't, the whole thing is weird.
Yeah, so I had no idea it had something to do with Negs. All right, start at the beginning. Tell me everything. How did it begin? Where are we at now?
Right. It's so funny that everybody's so quick to gossip about me, but all these people who promise to help, they're so lackadaisical in their approach and actually trying to help. I mean, like at this point, I'm not expecting them to do anything, but I'm just pointing out the utter. Like, look, guys, just be honest. It's about drama and gossip. If we would have just been honest about that and I wasn't sent into battle with a broadsword against a bunch of people with tanks, we'd be having a different conversation.
How lottie do.
So disclaimer, this is from my conversation earlier with Tragic when I texted you and you were like, I want to talk about it. So I'm going to tell you what I heard. Although yesterday I texted you. So
yeah, the only thing you told me is the horrible thing that Amy said on live stream.
Yeah, I texted you that and I was like, dude, I was like, what the fuck is she saying? Is she doing? So I thought that was like, I thought that was going to be the fallout that was going to happen today.
Yeah, wait, let me just, there's somebody that in chat said Amy, question mark. Yeah, there's somebody named Flaming Amy who I don't actually know much about, but I shouted her out maybe a couple weeks ago because she had stood up for me on a community post and it came.
Wow. She stood up for you on a community post, so you shouted her out, huh? Wow, how benevolent of you to shout out the sick and struggling.
Came up in my feed because of it. I think she added me, so it came up in my feed. So I just thanked her for having my back when I didn't know who she was. And I took a look at her channel. It seems like she was doing like the hater type content.
So of course you shouted her out just based on that. I built her channel, by the way. Flaming Amy wouldn't have had a channel if it weren't for me and this community. Right? I did say when I got yeeted because I took up arms for Gigi and Peanut here. I did tell her that I was passing the torch. That didn't mean I was passing my whole audience. She's mad because the audience didn't come to watch her because they don't want to see reactions to life every single day. They don't want to hear fuck this, fuck that, cunt. Nobody wants to hear that. People want to hear a personality. People want to hear comedy. People want to be entertained. So again, Peanut, you shouted her out just because she defended you without even taking a look at her content.
So that's basically all I know about her. Keep going, getting around.
Yeah, so I texted you last night.
So this person you barely know, you shouted out because she defended you. Okay, cool. Yeah, just remember little old nags out there.
I don't know if I saw the clip. I don't know if I saw it on the forums. I don't know if I saw it in my Discord, but there was a clip of that thing she said about the creature, which we're not going to repeat. And
Tell me exactly what she said again.
I don't want to repeat it because I don't want to be on record saying it. It was about Africa.
I remember. Tell me if I'm right on what I remember.
I'll tell you, and I'll tell you just so you have the context. Amy referred to an African American woman as a creature from Africa. That's what she did.
She said something to the effect of, "Oh, the reason why she doesn't stand up is because she will look like a creature from Africa."
Something like that.
Okay.
So that's what I texted you and I said, "Whoa, Nelly," and then I went to bed, live my best life. So today, I thought that was kind of going to be like the bombshell. So apparently, and then also same stream, she was wishing unaliving on people. Oh, you know.
That says, don't know much about her, shouted her out. Her link was dropped in the chat. Also linked her channel in description, but she doesn't know her. Oh, death. I hate this planet. It's why I'm a toasty marshmallow, because I would like to be closer to the sun, like fucking Icarus.
Monetized. She was wishing death on people, or at least on Charlie, from my understanding. I don't know about anybody else, but she was like, she should die.
Wait,
yeah, it was.
She was wishing that she would take her own, or that she would just
I'm going to say this, and we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go any deeper. Maybe the right message, wrong messenger.
I don't know the details, but it was like she should die or something. I hope you die. I don't know. I didn't watch that part, so I didn't know that existed until it was this afternoon, I think, because farms
so much
and people were posting.
And wait, can I just
fakery.
say, just forget monetization.
Look, I didn't call Amy out because like, oh, what a horrible thing to say to Charlie Gold. No, I called Amy out because she has a drinking problem. Yeah, I've done that for everybody. Everybody knows my history. If I like you or not, I will tell you if your alcoholism is causing you to look like an asshole. Like, more people should be honest like that. But no, people want to.
Aside, be a little bit careful with your words, because it will not serve this stream to the people who are subscribed if the words are too rowdy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Boo-hoo, cry me a river.
Keep going.
So I didn't know about the
this is sped up.
So this afternoon I saw on the farms. They were talking about how Flaming Amy was putting on this community tab post stuff. She got into it with Keisha, aka Froggy. I guess there was.
Do you guys not realize that she is one of the biggest shit stirrers in all of this? How long is it going to take you guys to realize? Like, I'm the fucking look, man. This anti-hater bullshit. There was no anti-hater bullshit. There was negs. That's what there was. There was negs. Negs emboldened a lot of people. It was no anti-hater. It was negs. It was negative nation. It was no anti-hater nation. It was negative nation. All right. So let's just establish that right off the box.
And I don't want to get into it. That's not part of the story. But somehow she was arguing with her because Keisha saw a screenshot of Flaming Amy.
But Keisha is the biggest shit stirrer. That's my point. She's the biggest shit stirrer, dude. You gonna tell me that she went from wishing death on me to wanting to fuck me? What? So which one existed first? Was it the desire to fuck me or the desire to kill me first? Which one was it? Yeah, giving donos, subscribing, support like that. But I've sat back, dude. I'm not a fucking idiot. I may be a little bit of reactionary and a little bit emotional at times, but I see things for what they are. And believe me, money does buy a little silence from me for a little bit, but it depends on the transgression. Is somebody just kind of being a little bit of an attention-seeking whore? That's fine. I'll tolerate that for $10 a month, whatever. But once I see actual drama breaking out over their lies and deception and their ability to stir the pot, yeah, then I call it out. I don't care about the money. Matter of fact, I refunded their money. Blocked, refunded.
Me saying, somebody thinks that she's the Ghost Frog account or whatever. So I thought they're fighting.
Who the fuck is Tipster? And why?
It was between her and Keisha. So I was like, oh, this is a lot. So I'm reading the farms. I see Tragic is live. So I go to Tragic's live and he's talking about Flaming Amy, and I still wasn't fully like getting it, but I knew about the death threat and I knew about the Africa comment. And
I'm shocked this Counted Life hasn't got in on this, or have they?
like, this is like a lot, right? So she, as that tragic live is going on, she posted something like, I'm no longer a negative nation, which I thought she had said before. Like, I don't know if I'm having deja vu, but she said, I'm no longer a negative nation. And there were comments that I'm assuming were directed at Negs. I don't know. So when I was in a stream, Tragic was like, we were talking about it. I was like, can I come on? I was like, sure. So Tragic comes on and he said that, correct me if I'm wrong, chat folks, one threat was falling down the stairs and she kept saying she didn't deserve to live, basically. Even in chat at that point, I asked her to watch something else. Ooh, so
Charlie?
Yes, she was saying that about her. So preface, apparently
Why
she was
out of nowhere? Is she just talking all this reckless shit?
No, she was saying it because Charlie was laughing about somebody having a blood clot. Whoobity fucking do, man. Whoobity do. You know how many times I've watched MFW and laughed at her illnesses? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, Charlie, I can't believe it. It's not good karma. It's not. But I'm not going to say, oh my God, Charlie, how dare you do that? Fuck that. Again, I didn't call Amy out for it because it was abhorrent. I called her out for it because she's embarrassing herself for being a drunk.
Shit about Charlie.
Apparently she was sloshed. I don't know.
That's really crazy to me. Do you agree with me? I don't know about you, but I personally feel like a drunk mind speaks your subconscious truth, like the way that you feel. So what is her issue with Charlie out of nowhere? I don't understand.
Guys, share the stream, please.
So all this shit went down. And I thought that was going to be like the major problem that was going on today. But apparently Tragic comes on board and he, Little Boo says she yelled 1.5 hours at us for being whores. And then she did a Charlie reaction. Okay. She was very mad last night. She was in a mood, I guess. I don't know. So Tragic comes on and was like, she's mad because she thought, this is from Tragic. I don't know.
Is the chat dead or are we lagging?
That when Negs got terminated, I guess she thought that like she was going to get his audience and everybody was going to come flocking to her channel.
Yeah.
And again, this is not
why would she ever think that?
I'm repeating what Tragic said. That she was, because of all the hard work she did, I guess, or all the pro Negs work she did, I guess she kind of expected that to happen.
Pro Negs work? The fuck you talking about? Pro Negs work? She did nothing pro Negs. As soon as I was heated, she abandoned me. Like y'all. Right? Abandoned me. Gigi, you know you stopped. You stopped hitting me up daily, bruh. You did. It's the same thing. She abandoned me and then had expectations. She didn't contribute. She was monetized. We got her monetized. We encourage people to just watch her videos to get her playtime, just to let them play in the background, just to get her watch time to get monetized. Yo. Right. We did that for her. She didn't contribute nothing. She didn't come to any of the streams. She didn't watch anything. She was going live at the same time as me. So, yeah.
And I guess there were times Tragic said that like you would go live or I would go live and people would.
Why are these two even discussing this? Because, there's other things they could be discussing. I'm telling you, after this next week is over with, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch.
For chat to come to our lives. And I guess it's been boiling for a while for her that, like, why is anybody watching me? I do all this work. Nobody, and I guess she would ask Tragic to leave her.
Work. Putting life on the screen and pausing it and having 10 minutes of dead air and saying cunt is not work.
Videos running all night long so she can get the watch hours, so she can monetize. And again, this is all from Tragic. I don't know.
It's all true.
Apparently she said that, oh gosh, I don't want to read that out loud, but read Lucy Lou's latest comment.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm not going to read that out loud. So I guess she got really, really mad, and Tragic was like trying to say to her, like, dude, like I'm busy today. Like I guess she was messaging Tragic, like all caps, like why aren't you answering me? Why doesn't anybody support me? I feel like you all abandoned me. And then I guess after that is when the stream happened, and she just kind of went crazy on the chat, and she started flipping on Charlie. And then today there was all these community tab posts, and now she's privating videos left and right. And I'm just like, damn, like I don't know what happened or what set her off, but I'm kind of like. My biggest issue is she said she doesn't regret the thing she said. Listen, like I don't care about the you don't promote me shit. Like that's just so stupid at this point. I don't want to hear anybody else say it ever again in my life. Like if you get that upset because you don't feel promoted, like that's a you problem, not a me problem.
No, it is a me problem. Y'all didn't promote me. You didn't. You made promises. You didn't keep them. You had no problem sending me. And again, I know I'm gonna be petty and beat the dead horse, but I felt the shade. Yeah, I felt the shade there, bro. So I'm going to retort. No problem. Texting me some bullshit that Charlie Gold said on Twitter at 6:30 in the morning, right? No problem doing that. That's all I'm gonna say.
My issue is how do you not regret the shit you said? Like, okay, listen, I don't like the girl for very good reasons.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it.
Watching her channel, Karma hit her channel, has been lovely to watch. However, never would I ever sit back and be like, oh, I hope physical harm comes her way. Like that seems, and everyone's more upset about like, oh, she thinks we didn't support. And I'm like, y'all need to be making her apologize for saying those terrible things. Like,
your fucking apology. You need to feel guilty about it.
Listen to them, dude. This is why I don't fuck with these two anymore. Liberal hive mind right here. Listen to this. You need to do what we think is morally superior because we are the arbiters of morality, right?
Like that seems, and everyone's more upset about like, oh, she thinks we didn't support. I'm like, y'all need to be making her apologize for saying those terrible things. Like
your fucking apology. You need to feel guilty about it. You need to understand what your subconscious just showed of itself.
Oh, shut up, dude. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to skip to these other timestamps. The virtuous attitude of you. Peanut, do I need to remind everybody that you promised that you and Tommy C, have you and Tommy C done that stream yet? No, I didn't think so. That you promised that, and then I didn't hear nothing out of you. You called me the day I was yeeted. I didn't hear shit out of you after that. Right? And then the next thing I see is a link to give you money pop up in my Discord, in my community. I'm going to take possession of the community at this point in time because it's something that I'm the foundation. We all created it, but all of a sudden this is a slight towards me. It may not have been a slight toward everybody else because some people wanted to help you, but I'm like, okay, cool. You didn't honor any of your promises. Now you want my community to give you money after I just lost thousands of dollars. You fucking wow. No, tell us how we need to feel. Let us join your liberal hive mind so we could be as virtuous as you, because this isn't about what's right. It's about what looks good. It's always been about what looks good.
And another thing too, if you are seriously hating somebody because of internet shit, you need to explore that within yourself.
She's talking to you, Gigi, by the way.
First and fucking foremost, it should never get to that point.
Well, Little Boo said that people were telling her in the chat to watch something else because it was becoming very uncomfortable. I don't know. I guess she just snapped. I don't know. But it's just interesting to me because I'm on the stream earlier and I'm like, forget the I wasn't promoted bullshit. Like, she needs to feel bad for what she said. Like, there are boundaries that should not be crossed. And that is a boundary. Like, I don't care if you were drunk. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to be like, oh, I hope you see your W's or fall down a flight of stairs. And
dude, it's
like,
all a lot sounding to me right now.
Yeah,
this sounds like someone who was genuinely hating this woman.
Oh my God. Knowing what I know, knowing the conversations that I've had privately with both of you, this is the biggest. I'm not going to reveal any of the details of those conversations, but I could say that everything you're saying right now is fucking fake. And you should fucking wow. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to ever expose DMs or emails or phone calls or text and none of that. It's not that deep to me, but I will sit here and say that the conversations I've had with you two, what Peanut is saying right now is just fucking hypocrisy. Because that gentleman on the right has had a boner for Charlie Gold for how long now? Are you fucking serious? Fuck me. Must be nice to have your channel.
Like, wants to see harm come to her, says some disgusting shit like that. Like, you showed your own ass, Home Slice. You showed your ass.
Oh, no, Rowan. No. I can't. I can't.
I don't get it. So then that next thing I know, it became a nobody supports me thing and Mega Nation abandoned me thing. And I don't know why she felt she was owed an audience. Like I don't know if that's true or not. Again, I'm just, Trag's my friend.
Oh, no, you are not owed anything on this platform. Nobody, ever. If someone
that's why I shouted you out a whole bunch of times when you got yeeted. You were owed anything, but you really wanted it, right?
defends you, if somebody supports you, that is a gift, and you should be grateful for it. You are.
God, get off your pedestal. This is the one thing I hated about you, was you're so preachy. Me. You don't even have kids, and you're sitting there trying to be like a Karen. It's what you're like. You're Peanut the Karen. Take it easy. We're allowed to have our own emotions. We're allowed to do what the fuck we want to do. We're allowed to think and say what we want to do. What is it with you? Like the guy on the right, there's a Biden voter, so I can evoke the liberal hive mind thing. What is it with the liberal hive mind that wants you want to punish people for wrong thing too? It's exactly the same thing. It's the exact same fucking thing. Now I want you to make sense of this. Why would a Biden voter weaponize a Trump voter?
Are owed nothing. The entitlement that I fucking see from so many people, it is so fucking off-putting. It makes me want to not have any type of interaction with anybody, period.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, the fucking entitlement is so off-putting. Are we children? Are we in fucking kindergarten here?
Oh, are we in kindergarten here? Somebody stole my lunch money. Can you go tell Negs that I need $300 to get home in an Uber?
Yeah. So that's pretty much it that I know of it. Like I said, I knew that the Africa comment, like that's what I kind of expected to blow up today.
Of
but then
course
it became
they are,
something
Ninja.
totally different with who's promoting who. And after this share, like again, that argument is so stupid to me.
Who did she expect to support her? Who did she expect to
I
promote
think she
her?
thought that audience.
You could tell who a true person is by how based they are. I know from the conversation, from the things they've said already and the conversations I've had with them privately, I can't sit here and tell you that everything is fake. This is fucking performative. This is about what looks good. This isn't about what's right. This is about what looks good.
Audience was all just going to come over to her, I guess. Again, this is secondhand to say, but she felt the audience.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he probably didn't promote my Rumble because he knows that I can't, because how I feel about people who voted for that old man. He knows how I feel about people who excuse literal child abuse over political views. You know what I'm saying?
Audience was going to come over to her once he was terminated, I guess. You get
And
nothing.
whose
Good day,
job?
sir.
Who's exactly? What is that from? Oh,
I know,
Willy
it sounds so
Wonka.
familiar. Yes,
Willy
good day,
Wonka,
sir.
Willy
Yes,
Wonka.
it is. You get nothing.
You
Good day,
lose.
sir.
I love it. But it's so
This is called Willy Wonka. You get nothing.
like, dude, who did she expect to hand her that? Like
No
that
idea.
that falls upon you. If you've been shouted out because I
You just shouted her out, dude. You just shouted her out. Now you're reprimanding her like you're her great grandmother or something.
know I've shouted her out. I know people know her because of Negs. If people are not sticking around, if people are not watching, then it's time to look within and see, hey, what am I not providing that make people stick around? That's what it is. No one is ever going to hand you a fucking audience.
Well, you got almost 1,000 views off this drama. It's funny that you guys didn't have any time to lend to your friend, but you had plenty of time to lend to your friend's drama.
How entitled is that?
Yeah, and again, this is what I'm hearing from Tragic. So I'm just like, okay, well, I think that's shitty. But let's go back to the Africa and death comments. Like, I think to me that's a bigger issue here. Like,
Gigi, I'm gonna respectfully ask you to just stop. Don't sit here and act like you want to hold somebody accountable for something they said directed at Charlie Gold. Every single one of DC. I'm gonna just send them at DC. You know this is bullshit, don't you? You know this is bullshit. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it's not bullshit. This is the biggest display of motherfucking hypocrisy I've ever seen in my life. Are you serious? Oh, how dare you say that? You motherfuckers hate her. You hate this woman. Again, I only called Amy out for it because she's making herself look stupid by being a drunk. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to like, oh, how dare you? How dare you?
Dude, it really is. And like I said, the shit that she said, I did see what she posted after the fact. The weird, how she said, what did she say exactly? I wish I could find it to read it out loud. But something like, oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for it. I was drunk, blah, blah, blah. Like what? That is not how you respond. And it's her response alone that shows me that is how she feels. That is exactly how she fucking feels. Who wants to be around that?
What? I'm sorry. Does she have a degree in psychology or something? Nobody wants to be around that peanut. Fuck. I figured that out. She was. Look, I'll tell you what happened. Amy was fine with me one day, and then 24 hours later, she wasn't. And I ignored her messages for a bit, and then I finally messaged her and said, "I wanted to tell you, respectfully. I was respectful. I said I respectfully wanted to tell you to log off because you were embarrassing yourself. I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? If you're embarrassing yourself, I'm gonna tell you you're embarrassing yourself."
I don't.
And then 24 hours later, that day, she was like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck Negative Nation. She was ignoring all the proof we were putting forward, that Trag was putting forward about inappropriate contact with children by adults on this platform. And that's being ignored right now by these two. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's ignoring. Why are people ignoring the abuse? I understand you can't beat a dead horse, but you got to keep a spotlight on it at least. Jesus Christ.
Do you?
It's no coincidence that we exposed abuse involving children and I got yeeted. I'm just going to say that.
well, apparently she just threw me into a comment. So I just went to her community tab, and now I'm being mentioned.
What'd she say?
So everyone who was drinking over the Christmas and New Year period, apparently, according to our God, I don't know if she means next, we almost have substance and mental issues, despite the fact he does drugs and has mental problems. I don't know what that is. I don't know if she means next.
I don't do drugs. I do have a mental illness. I'm disabled. I'm very open about that. What? Well, you want me to sit here and pretend I don't have a mental disability? I do. I have serious trauma. That's where it stems from. Fuck me. Can't help it. I can't help it. Other human beings are shitty and did me wrong in my life. How the fuck can I deal with that? I'm not going to get drunk, wish death on people, and then be unapologetic about it and blame it on some dude in America who had nothing to do with it. What the fuck?
positive community should change their name to stay toxic. Also, Gigi's allowed to have a mental breakdown, and our God, well, okay, that must be next. But the rest of the peasants ain't allowed. Hypocrite lives matter, and they have no issues bullying and lying about someone's disabilities. Yeah, but Amy, I don't have an issue with you. But the problem is, when I had a mental breakdown, I wasn't comparing black women to animals in Africa, and I wasn't telling people to unalive themselves. Like, that's kind of the difference here.
Yeah.
Gigi, respectfully, dude. The hypocrisy. I'm choking on it right now, bro.
Dude, and Amy, something that you obviously need to explain to you is that it's not about, like, when somebody does something disgusting, I don't hate the person. I hate their actions. So, and it seems like by the things that you've said about Charlie Gold, it seems like you hate the person, not the actions. It seems to me, after what I've learned now, that you are not making anti-hater content because you're against it morally. It seems like you have some issues with the people for some fucking weird sketch.
You know what she's done? You know, oh, God, shut up. I'm going to skip to the next timestamp, actually, because this preachy shit really does my head in. I just want to hear my boy. I want to hear my homie talk. That's what I'm really here for. I'm here for my homie and Ruby. Peanut, come on, man. All you've done is taken the shtick that you used on the girls, and now you're using it on people as if you're some moral arbiter. I see through it. I mean, like, look, man. If I'm going to say something to you privately, yeah, I'm probably not going to go live and condemn other people for saying it publicly. I will tell them it's a bad look. Fuck it. You want to hold me accountable for what I say privately? Go for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. However, I'm not going to it's called being fake is what it's called. I mean, let's be real. You know, and this whole thing, you shouldn't. Well, then either should you. Is what I'm saying.
I don't want it to become this.
Nope,
I don't want it to have to become.
You, Belinda, I'm talking just creators before your channel is next has a nervous breakdown. But like you, Belinda, I'll talk to Trag, and that's about it. I'm not. If anybody new comes to me and says, want to collab, if I don't know your ass, so you're associated with any of this, the answer is no.
Tragic's here, by the way.
Hey, Trag.
What up?
I gotta step away for a second. I'm going.
All right, so explain, Tragic. Tell me what's the deal.
So for months, Amy had this expectation that since Negs' channels got yanked from YouTube, that she should have all of his subs, all of his support.
Now, did she say this to you, or is this just something you're assuming?
No, this has been going on. I have it in my DMs. Other people have it in their DMs.
Okay.
She saw this as an opportunity to grow her own channel.
Wow.
And she thought that she was going to take on the charge and that it was an expectation for everyone to follow along and follow her streams. Now, people can only do so much for one person.
Yes.
Negs promoted her. I promoted her.
I promoted her.
Yeah, I said, if you ever wanted me to go on stream, I'll go on there.
And I promoted her. Thanks for the link in that one description on that one live stream, by the way.
If you need that, we went in there, went into her chat rooms, but you know the crowd didn't follow along with her, and you know you can't make someone entertaining, you can't make someone funny. You can promote someone as much as you can, but
that's why I love Tragic's consistent.
That's
His
all.
Story doesn't change.
You know, you have to be able to have that ability to hold a crowd.
Yep.
And she doesn't have that. I'm sorry, but she doesn't. She can.
I think authenticity has a lot to do with it too. Very clearly, she wasn't coming from an authentic place. No. She was doing this for the wrong reasons, and I think this crowd of individuals could smell that.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Let me just take this in here. Let me just take this in before we continue. I feel like there's an audience for everybody. Just FYI, like she may not be a cup of tea, but I feel like there's an audience for everybody.
Dude, I genuinely believe it's way more about inauthenticity than about her being not entertaining or whatever. I think she wasn't authentic. She was doing this for the absolute wrong reasons, and you're not going to get far with this community doing that. This is what we attack in others. This is what we go after in others.
This is what we attack in others. Really? You attack people, huh? I thought you just called shit out. I thought we were about the sick and struggling here. I thought we were about helping people. We're about attacking, huh? I mean, that's obvious. I heard your rant at the beginning. Amy, you don't have to listen to this idiot. Okay. She's not your fucking mom. She's not your mom. Look, I'm not going to sit here and make fun of Amy because I genuinely liked her at one time. I think that there's some deep rooted issues there, and I think she should probably address them in lieu of trying to go scorched earth with me. But hey, each their own. But that Pistachio down there, she don't give a fuck. She does not care.
These disgusting, hypocritical people who are doing this just for the sake of the show and not because they care. Like, they're not going to like you. They're not going to take to that. I'm sorry.
And all she wanted to do was get her channel monetized. So she would ask people, listen, watch all my videos. Even if you're sleeping, just watch my videos as you're sleeping so I can get more watch time hours. And that was like drilled in. Like, that's all she would ask for. And she would ask for favor after favor after favor, but she would do nothing for no one else. She would act like she was helping out someone else, but it was always about her and about.
You know what's funny? Though? Everybody was like, watch the haters eat themselves. And it seems like that I fuck nobody ate me and I didn't eat anybody, but everybody else that kind of tried to like hitch their star to my wagon, you know, or their wagon to my star, you feel me? They're eating each other now. I ate these motherfuckers like little pieces of shit for breakfast because I could.
Her objectives, what she needed to achieve, how she needed to get monetized. When the crowd didn't follow, when the crowd didn't stick, you know, she wanted to go to the next level.
Wow.
You know, she was.
See, I didn't know any of this. I had no idea.
She would hit me up and she'd have like conspiracy theories about this person, that person. Oh, your stalker is disliking my stream. This,
See,
that,
now
and the
this
other
makes
thing.
me feel yucky. Like, is this the reason why she spoke up for me?
I had zero issue with Amy. Like I said, I was blindsided. We were fine. We were chatting one day. And then the next day she was like, fuck you. And I was like, yo, that was pretty black and white. And honestly, she caught me in a mood. And I told her straight up, I'm like, if you're going to endorse these pedo apologists, you're a fucking pariah now. Because that's how I roll. I'm not going to make you a pariah to other people. It's not my place. But to me, you're a pariah. I don't fuck with people who fuck with people who fuck with children. We know this. And that is not, look, man, you cannot be morally ambiguous, right? I understand people are flexible on their morals. It's just a little bit like, yeah. You know, I mean, with things that, but like, we're talking about children here, right? We're talking about children. I don't need to hear somebody else's story when I've seen all the evidence, okay? I don't need to hear somebody else's story when people I've trusted my entire life literally hid a convicted sex offender and pedophile from me, allowed me to be around this guy, break bread with him, drink, have my child around him. Thank God nothing ever happened to anybody. But do you see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, predators in general, are manipulative, deceptive, and fucking evil. They don't harm children because they care about the world. They harm children because they care about them fucking selves.
Was she doing it for the right reasons? Did she actually agree with what she was saying? Or was she doing it in hopes that I would see it and be like, oh, thank you so much, and then mention it in a live stream? Like, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. In my opinion, that's what I believe. It was all about the clout chase, all about growing their numbers, getting attention, and the crowd didn't follow. So now what's going on? Since I've been on the other side of this,
right?
What these people do is they assign, it's really weird. They get in Discords, they talk about it, they assign people to certain streamers, and then they try to get them to flip on each other. And what she has in her chat room isn't anyone from Negative Nation or from that watched Hussy. These are people on the other side that are on different names on sock accounts.
The shit stirrers. Basically, the shit stirrers.
Yeah, and they're gaslighting her. They've been doing it for months. You know, Frake's been going back and forth. Flinky getting so excited to gaslight and all this stuff. And she hit me up yesterday when I was working, and she just kept yelling, like typing it all in caps.
They'll be scared of it.
And I was responding. I said, you know, Amy, I'm working, but you can look at this link. Go watch the Angry Pistachio stream. Here's another link exposing this other thing that's been going on. And she just kept hammering down how she got no support, how certain people were liking tweets from other people on Twitter. And I'm like, so what do you want from me? And she just kept.
I'm not fuck. I don't give a fuck what. I'm air quoting hater nation. I don't give a fuck about Chantel or any of this. Fuck it. Stalk them to the end of time. Meet each other up and have a knife fight. I don't care. I don't even care, man. Like, I am so disenfranchised. I am jaded. And I really hate motherfuckers. Because the only person who really paid the price for any of that was me. Right? And I was the only person who was real. I was the only person who was based. I'm Big T. Anything I say, you're not included in, bud. I mean, like, negative. But these people on the screen are fake, except for Big T. Big T is consistent. His story never changes, and he knows what the fuck he's talking about. The other two, fake, dude. Still on the platform, huh? Still talking about the same fat, idiotic morons on the internet.
Doing it over and over and over again. And then I said, look, Amy, and I'm not really in that good of a mood because they're on Twitter right now saying my brother just passed at the end of May, is still alive, and I faked it, that he's not really dead. And I have his autopsy report sitting in the desk right next to me. She totally dismissed it, didn't acknowledge any of it. I started going over the things about how Frank was having a conversation with my son, who's 14 years old, at school in 2020, which is a whole different thing. She totally dismissed that. I was talking about Frank's producer and editor or whatever that is, that situation with him and the minor. She totally dismissed that, and she just kept going on and on and on about the not getting enough support, not enough people going in her chat. And then she was always complaining about when other streamers would go live, whether it was Belinda or Negs or you or Gigi,
Really?
and then the crowd would leave, and that would really upset her.
But she's live now, right?
Where she would be very vocal about it.
Is she live now? Did we take half her audience? Oh, my bad, sweetie. My bad, sweetie. Sorry, Daddy's got to make a buck today. All right, that's why I put the cash app down there. Daddy's got to make money. Daddy's got a teenage grown boy to feed.
And she would do this over and over and over again, and that's one of the reasons why she ended up nuking her Discord. So yeah, that's what all she has right now is shit stirs. They're all trolls.
Blaming it on Froggy the whole time.
Yeah,
like how did Froggy come
too.
into this scenario? I don't even understand that at all.
That's just another crazy conspiracy thing, and meeting
any of these creators and shit stirrers from that anti-hater bullshit is probably one of the worst things to say. Even getting involved in this, I can't say it's one of the worst things that's ever happened to me on the internet. It's one of the worst experiences I've had on the internet as far as my real life being fucked with. But I made enough money that I was able to invest and propel myself forward without hesitation. However, it's fucked, dude. It's fucked. I have never met so many fake people in my life. Trag and I are here trying to defend children and people's memories. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to defend, like Frank did contact a 14-year-old. Why is a 30-year-old man contacting a 14-year-old? Why is that not a point of contention for anybody? That's serious. If you're a 33-year-old man and you contact my 14-year-old, I know how to find you.
Be like, okay, Amy, yeah, sure. I did want to see her do well. I did want to see her, gain her own, audience and cover material and this, that, and the other, but it did not meet up to her expectations. So she was trying to really achieve the unachievable because from a streamer standpoint, she's just not at that talent level. Now, I understand what Gigi's saying. There's a crowd for everyone, but it's not just me that thinks that. There's many others, and that is the reason why.
Yeah, the numbers back you up. The numbers back you up.
So if she was entertaining, if she was funny, if she reviewed the content like other entertainers do, like you guys and like Negs do, then a crowd would have stuck around and been around there and wouldn't have left her chats when other people would stream. But that's not my fault. That's not Meg's fault. It's not your fault. It's not Gigi's fault. That is her own fault. And it's also her own fault that she was warned about people from the farms getting involved in her streams, and then also from the other side, if you want to call it that, and stirring the shit. And they're trolls.
Excuse me, sir. I run the farms. We were not involved in our streams.
You are on the farms.
Yes, you own 33%. But yeah,
That's a fact.
Yo, I really hate that whole thing. I've heard a little bit about that they think that the farms like represent me. Like, no, the farms has been pretty brutal to me too. But you know what? They are fair. They are fair.
And myself, me, Gigi.
They've been fair to me. They're not about lying about me. And if other people lie, they're gonna be like, hello, that's not what happened. No, they're about the truth.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't take it seriously.
I will always respect that aspect of it.
Look at the source. You can't cut it at Fox News. You couldn't cut it on YouTube. I mean, when people tell me that, I fucking laugh my ass off. I'm like, I'm sorry they hate you. I'm sorry that you're not interesting. I'm sorry they make fun of you. They make fun of me too.
Are we still making jokes about Clara having worked for Fox News 15 years ago? I'm sure she don't give no fuck. She doesn't care. I saw her yesterday say something to the effect of somebody called her a hypocrite, and she was like, yeah, so what? I don't fucking care. Based.
I don't fucking cry about it. I don't beg for attention. It doesn't mean I run the farms. It just means that maybe you're just more of a worse person than I am. Like, it's okay to admit that. Anyways, continue.
And then another thing too is, Next doesn't have that present currently on YouTube right now. My channel got disabled due to false copyright claims. She looks at us as indisposable at this point too. So if you look, it's going on. She's sharing all of the people that have caused problems with us. She's sharing all of what they've said. There are even comments out there that are goofing around, troll comments. She is sharing them and commenting on them. And there's quite a few of them that she's doing this to. She's making a complete and utter, fool out of herself. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. And anyone that is sticking up for that type of behavior, trying to dismiss it or saying, oh, it's okay because she's this or that she's that, to shield what she's done, it's unacceptable.
You're doing harm to her.
Yes,
100%.
You are.
Yeah, we're about to move on to the next time step.
Happening is because they're all trolls.
It's not because Trag doesn't make sense. It's just because we got to move on to Ruby. I got to see what Ruby wants to say. Ruby joins the party here. Oh, Ruby. What did I say to Ruby, guys? Does anybody have... you know what? I'm going to find out. It's going to take 12 minutes, but hey, I got all day, man. I got nothing to do until tomorrow morning.
Weren't you reading the post that she was making actively?
That was an hour ago, though.
Oh.
But didn't she just ask for the link in the chat right now?
No, we're talking. I think you were just talking about Amy with that, right?
Yeah. She's something what good recipes for your channel is next? What are you making?
What good oh, here she is.
Well, Ruby is somebody who fucking spends most of their day shitting on me anywhere they can. And apparently I left Ruby a comment that is give her a free license to slander, defame, and have unwarranted hate directed towards me. I don't understand why. I mean, it's dude, the only thing I could think is because I have a penis. And I'm not trying to imply that these idiots want it or anything. I'm trying to say that's because of my gender. That's what it's always been about. Man, you man. And if they're not insulting me in other ways, they'll insult my manhood. So it's always about me being a man. Like, what the fuck? Calm down. Fucking go buy a toy or get fucked or something. How long have you been in quarantine?
Yo.
Hi.
What up?
Hi, sorry. I am actually in the bathtub, so you might hear water.
It's all good.
In the
So
bathtub.
speak your point of view.
No, she's not going to talk about me from the bathtub while she's naked. Come on. It's one thing to not know if somebody's naked. It's another to know they're naked and about to talk about you for 15 fucking minutes.
What I don't understand where you're coming from, honestly. If you disagree with the comments, like, what is your issue then? Where do you feel like her anger or whatever is warranted? Like, I don't understand that.
Okay, so from from a couple days ago, I started seeing the stuff about, I can't remember, I don't know how to pronounce her name, on Twitter, and it started a thing, and I started seeing Amy being frustrated. I missed the stream. I didn't see the stream, but
is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
Just call her Froggy. Call her Froggy so no one gets confused.
Yeah, Froggy.
Wasn't Ruby one of the ones in Amy's chat gassing her up, telling her it's okay to drink and blah 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 blah, because it's the holidays, it's okay to slug a bottle of wine every time you're live. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to fire up a good old live stream, slather down a bottle of Merlot and fucking make an ass of myself.
I missed the stream. I don't know all of that. Now, I heard the comments later. I don't agree with the comments, but I can understand where Amy's coming from with her anger, with how much she did shout out Negs and stuff. So when I think that what happened was she just kind of got really heated.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, I have to give credit where credit's due. She did link me in her description here. Thank you. Thank you for having a stream about me and linking me. Can we talk about that Twitter group now? You want to talk about it? You gonna remove that now? You're gonna stop like being fake? That's what I'm more pissed about, really. I don't really care about the promoting.
What was she? Wait a second. What was she expecting from Negs as a result of her whatever? What was she expecting from Negs in return that she didn't receive?
Okay, so
I would just like to say that my homie has good teeth, man. Ladies, take note. He's got healthy teeth. Yeah.
There were a couple times that on Negs streams, he made some kind of snide comments about he only supports Sylvana. Anybody that's an anti, he doesn't want to have anything to do with anymore, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And from my perspective and from talking to Amy, I feel like that's where that started.
I have said from the beginning, that label is fucking stupid. Anti-hater. No, I'm pro-truth. There's a big difference. But that whole thing isn't even about pro-truth. Look at the players, right? So I'm pro-truth. I'm not anti-anything. I'm pro-truth. I'm anti-bullshit, yeah.
With that.
So me having said that title doesn't exist, I said I didn't want anything to do with the Hater Nation drama anymore. I got real life drama stemming from this, man. I got shit I got to do tomorrow in the morning in relation to this. And then another thing I have to do. And then another thing. I have like 3 more dates coming up in regards to this shit. It's bullshit. I don't want anything. I don't give a fuck about somebody's fat ass, their diabetes, their beatus neck. But I'll tell you what I do give a fuck about is truly seeing it. Like, I mean, I knew it. The people that, with the exception of Trag, the people that supported me are absolute, dude. This is like so much hypocrisy on display, and I can't. That's all I can say.
She's not an anti. She's not an anti. When Neg said that, he meant the people who hurt him, which meant me and Gaining Ground.
No,
so to me, the fact that she would link that in is extremely entitled.
That's not what she's saying. I think what she's saying is the fact that he only called out Sylvana and not her, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Ruby. I think the frustration was, I'm defending you, I'm sharing your links, I'm making videos about these people. Like, why are you only standing Sylvana? Is that
yes?
Because him and Sylvana are pretty close.
No, but I get where that's coming from. Like, if I was doing what Sylvana's doing, attending all your lives, making videos about the people you dislike, and then you look in the camera and say,
yeah,
I'm always supporting Sylvana.
But you want to know something?
I'm just saying I get where she comes from.
I get it too. But after everything that...
What? I'm sorry, what? What are you talking? You think I'm promoting her because she's fucking making videos about the people I don't like? I don't watch Sylvana's videos because I don't like those people. Look, Gigi, I'm not a petty little bitch like you, okay? You made me a petty little bitch. I don't know if you stole some of my testosterone for a couple months or what it was, But I'm not a petty bitch like you. I'm not promoting people. Maybe if I'm misunderstanding you, whatever. But I'm not promoting her because she's making videos about people I hate. So is Amy.
That has unfolded, it seems like Amy has been doing all of that supporting of Negs for the absolute wrong reasons. So is it a surprise to me that he didn't shout her out? No. Silvana is very authentic.
Did I misunderstand him? If so, I mean, no apology. I'm still not a petty bitch. I can't be. But I didn't misunderstand that, right? He's implying that I stand Silvana because she what? Do you know how many of Silvana's DMs? And then also I could say this because Silvana's very fucking honest with me in public, in the Discord and whatnot. Silvana sends me stuff about the fatties, and I ignore a lot of it. I read it and I just don't reply because I got nothing to say. It's not because I dislike her. I just don't like the topic. I don't promote. I mean, if she shares her own videos in this, I don't have anywhere to share videos. Where the fuck can I promote it at? My endorsement is obviously not worth a fuck, Amy. You see what happened to her? Like 20 viewers. Is my endorsement even worth shit? You get more views talking about me than you do knowing me. Okay.
In her support of people. And I'm sure Negs could feel it. People can feel when somebody's being supported for the wrong reason. So maybe that's why he didn't shout her out.
She bought Negative Nation merchandise. She was very much supportive of Negs.
You do not, Ruby, you do not do those things thinking that you're going to get something in return. If you are supporting or defending somebody thinking that they're going to do something back to you for you, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
No, and I understand that, but when she has been so supportive and then he basically kind of says, I don't want to have anything to do with anybody but Silvana.
Yeah, Tragic don't need telling to support anyone. He does that shit automatically. That's right. And that's why, you know, as far as he and I go, we will always communicate privately if we feel a certain way about something. Instead of being we've always just given each other that respect. Hell, I've bitten Tragic's head off in DMs one day because I had a bad day. He didn't know, and I apologized. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I felt bad. Because he didn't fucking know. He was just reaching out. He's just trying to be a bro. Maybe he needed me and I wasn't available, right? But he's that type of friend. He will be there for you. Like he's got shit. He's got baggage too. Everybody's got baggage. In this community, we all got some kind of trauma. We got latched onto our back like a monkey, right? And that's why this community is so tight, is because it's not because of a trauma bond. It's because of we are like-minded with that trauma. There are people who like to put their trauma on display and use it as a means to get attention and likes. And there are people like us who just share our trauma with one another in passing in the Discord server. And then it makes sense as to why we are like-minded.
That's her.
Totally
as a human, I can understand that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, after everything that has unfolded, it seems like she's been doing all of this for the wrong reasons. And maybe, just maybe, Negs could feel that intuitively all along. So take that into consideration as well.
Okay, I honestly don't feel that from her, though. Like, I've had some pretty good conversations with her. I don't feel that from her at all.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when Negs got deplatformed and went over to Twitch and Rumble, how many times did Amy go and attend those streams?
I don't know. I don't know if she's attending or not. I know that she shouted him out every video.
You know what 0 minus 0 is? 0. So how is that supporting? Go ahead, please answer.
She talks about him every video. She shared his links all the time. She sent people over there all the time.
She tried to pick up his audience. And when they didn't want to go there and watch her because she's boring and she's like a zombie, they left and she couldn't hold the audience.
Ruby, she was doing that for the wrong reasons. She was doing that support for all the wrong reasons.
Okay,
even me, as an outsider looking in, just a cursory glance, even I feel it.
We will have to disagree on that because I just don't feel that about her.
You know, I don't owe anyone anything and no one owes me anything. I believe I said this at the time when I was really riding people hard for not like trying to help me rebuild my fucking platform because I basically lost it because of them. In that instance, it wasn't like I felt like they owed me anything. I was more disappointed in the fact that they were like, because especially when you see somebody like, my money got stolen. Can your community give me money? When you see that, that's when I got pissed. That's when I got pissed, is when somebody who didn't want to lift a finger for me, which I wasn't entitled to it. I was not. But then being an adult, I mean, putting my link down here, cool. Right on. Thanks. I mean, if it helps an algorithm, thanks.
I'm just saying, if I see that as an outsider looking in, I can only imagine that Negs was feeling that all along from her.
I don't know what she was feeling or not feeling, but I will say this. In Amy's defense, she was doing a lot. She was streaming every day about the people. I did see her always promote. She did way more than I did. We don't know how that fucking turned out. So I feel that if I was doing that, and I can't.
It's Kate Winslet. God damn. What a sight for sore eyes. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. We should tear each other up, not tear each other down. Yeah. Blown out backs for everybody.
Say we don't know for sure why she was doing it, but if I was doing all of that, I think I would be upset if somebody was
Yeah, Trag's always spitting facts. He's a homie.
like, "Oh, I only fuck with Silvana now," and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"I've been in your corner."
I don't
this
know,
whole
dude.
time."
Am I
Thank
the
you,
only one in this
Christina.
world
Thank
who
you.
doesn't support others because I expect something in return?
But we don't know
If
for
I
sure if
support-
that's how
I'm
it
just
started,
saying,
though. Is what I'm saying.
But I would never have those feelings myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
that's
would be
just
pissed.
not.
No,
I would
not like
I would be
that.
hurt. I would be.
It's like Gigi and Peanut are having a moral duel. It's like a moral sword fight. Ding, 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 ding.
I would be
If
hurt.
If
I would be
hold on,
hurt,
hold on,
but
Pistachio,
it would not become this.
if I was
Peanut, your dick's bigger. Okay, we get it.
always defending you and I was always promoting you, and then you got on and you were like, you know what, I only fuck with Belinda, fuck everybody else. How do you think I'd feel? If I was, I'd be like, really, bitch?
Do you not understand? I'm just saying, do you not understand Negs as a
Yeah. How would you feel, Ruby? I'm just gonna use Ruby. Hey, Ruby, how would you feel if somebody was more than happy to oblige you with Charlie Gold drama at 6:30 in the morning, and then when you got yeeted and didn't have a platform to help them vent their own hate for this woman that lives close to them, they stopped contacting you altogether? Yeah.
person, he was going through something, and for you to, to me, it's entitled for you to feel like you should be on his brain. Like him and Silvana are close. They're actual friends. I've never heard Amy's name ever, and Negs and I only just recently stopped being friends. So the fact that
We were never friends. Yep. We were never friends. No. I'm not even sure why I gave you my number. That's why I blocked it. I blocked Gigi and Peanut from my phone. I don't want them in my life at all. Like this is as much as I want right here. Is this video?
never heard her name. She obviously wasn't that big a part of his life or supporting him that much. That's how I'm judging things.
I'm just like everybody's getting roasted, but my homie. Right? That's because I've known this dude for a year and his story has never changed. He has never wavered. He's never bullshit me. Nothing. I'm telling you.
Nobody knew who Amy even was. She came in at the tail end of all the drama that led up to Negs getting his channels yanked. And she specifically said in the Discord, I'm going to pick up where he is leaving off. And since people wouldn't follow her along, even though they shared her content, they offered to go on her streams, they would do this, that, and the other thing for her, it still wasn't good enough. So you're telling me that gives her the right to go on a stream and start making racist comments and wishing people were dead?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying that this
But
is
no, that's
where
what
I
you're saying,
think
though.
that
Imagine if I had done that. Ruby would be flipping out, right? If I had made the reference that Amy made. And I'm going to do what Amy did. Imagine if I had done that. What if I had done that?
that frustration came from, that got to the point
That
where
caused her to do it?
what?
That caused her to do that on stream?
No, you're
That's what you're
acting
saying.
very black and white here. There's more to
Yeah,
people
no, that's
than
not what
just
she's
black
saying.
and white.
Tragic. I don't think that's what she's saying either. I think she's saying that it was all a culmination of different
Yeah.
things.
Well, has she seen the conversations between Negs and her?
I saw everything. Yes. And Next
From
was being kind of a
her
dick. Like,
point
I'm
of
not
view.
gonna lie, he was being
So
kind of a
she's
dick.
sharing around conversations.
I saw.
Oh, I was being a dick while you were in her stream. Dude, I saw the things you said, Ruby. You were gassing her up, hon. You are a toxic entity in her community. Amy, I would shed the dead weight because she's in a bathtub shedding dead skin right now. So
the conversations about her saying she didn't want. This is why I have brought up the Frank thing, because those are the conversations I've seen that I know she's upset about.
But Ruby,
Because-
do you not see how this looks? It looks like she was all good at the time with Froggy and Negs, what she calls doxing Frank, until she's not getting what she feels she deserves from Negs.
I didn't dox anybody. What are you talking about? He knows his name and address. What's the big deal? I see nothing wrong with letting somebody know. I mean, reminding somebody of their name and address. I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's really fucking sketchy. That's really shady. And that in and of itself proves to me that she's been doing all of this for the wrong reasons. That's
Especially if you've been caught in some fucked up situations in inappropriate contact with children on the internet multiple times. Why the fuck do you get anonymity? Why do you get to remain anonymous?
all I need to know.
Well,
That to
I
me is the
don't
proof.
understand that she knew about the doxing until recently. I didn't know about the doxing until recently, and for me, that's a deal breaker. Like, if you dox somebody, that's it. I can't have anything to do with you.
That's a deal breaker. So she's buddying up to Frank now, but Frank has a friend that he's sharing his channel from that exploits my children and doxes me. So you're
She's
okay
not
with that?
buddying up with Frank though. Like, that's the thing. And
Yeah,
that's
she
what
is.
Gigi had
Yeah,
talked
she
about
is.
before. And that's why I said, yes, like, this is what they're saying. That's
She's
what
not
that
sharing
conversation
these
was
things.
about, Gigi. It was because I was
I bet Fwanky's butt is moist. Remember Remember being moist for murder in that same video clip with the, the wieners and all that? Yeah, it's a good time.
Letting her know they're misinterpreting or something is not being told correctly here because you're not buddying up with Frank. I've seen the conversation with her and Frank too, and she's not buddying up with him.
She's trying to get information how he had a conversation with my 14-year-old son and trying to justify it if the conversation was
So clearly she clearly watches Negs then.
Because you're not buddying up with Frank. I've seen the conversation with her and Frank too, and she's not buddying up with him.
Oh,
she's trying to get information how he had a conversation with my 14-year-old son and trying to justify it if the conversation was legitimate enough to continue because potentially my minor son messaged him first that it was okay for him to continue a conversation with a 14-year-old while he was at school. And she was actually entertaining that and thinking about bringing him on stream. She sent me the conversation about it last night. And now you're white knighting for that type of behavior? I thought you're completely against doxing.
You didn't see that, huh?
Child exploitation?
You didn't see that, huh? Oh, but you're so quick. You're so quick to make your judgments, Ruby. Ruby, where's your logical thinking skills? Yeah? Where are your logical thinking skills? You didn't sit to think that maybe there's that there's probably a reason these accusations are being made. We're not making shit up. The only reason these accusations are being made is because there's proof of it. You understand? There's proof of this stuff. I don't understand why Ruby, your feelings trump actual evidence. That's what fucks me up about this is you, Peanut, Gigi, all three of you. Your feelings trump actual evidence because Gigi and Peanut, you're both being fucking hypocrites right now. You both know you are. And Ruby, you're just being intellectually dishonest.
No, listen, if you're going to start that, then I'm going to just stop talking to you.
He's right. That's a legitimate question to ask, though, Ruby.
For child exploitation.
Well, that's what's going on.
Accuse me of that, then you can just.
No, he's asking you. He's not accusing.
That's not even a question to ask.
But I'm saying from his point of view, he just educated you on something. But I'm saying, listen, he just educated you on something you were unaware of. So now that you are aware.
She saw all the
no, we're not going to go.
Who was pissed I didn't mail merch to Canada? This Ruby girl? Just going to say this, fuck it. Keisha's video on Frank was a huge topic on Twitter at the time. It went down. I didn't know bullshit. Oh, yeah, well. You're telling me this bitch she was upset that I didn't mail merch to fucking Canada? Are you being for what? Because it's expensive. You want to pay $18 to ship a t-shirt? Go for it, honey. Go for it. Here's how the international charge. Look, I'm on hiatus until March. I decided to take 3 fucking months off, deal with my nerves, deal with these problems, and get everything out of the way, right? Here's how it works. I want a t-shirt. Okay, $20 for the t-shirt. Now almost $20 for shipping. And $2 for handling because I have to fill out a form. I have to do extra work. It's an extra step. You see? And if you get 100 of these orders a day, it's worth it because you're going to make $200 in the handling charges, right? Because it's an all-day fucking thing. So, yeah, give me a break. I mailed my friend a computer to Canada because I love them.
He knows that that's going on.
But I'm saying he asked you because he assumed you must have not known. Because of your position, he just acted like, of course you must have not known this. Now you do know. Now you do know. So this is something he's known all along, and that's why you two feel differently about this Frankie situation. You did not know something. Now you know.
I didn't know that.
Do you see things differently now?
Any implication that I support child exploitation is not cool.
It was a question, not an implication. He asked
I thought you watched my video. You said in the chat.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
You said you watched my video, my stream earlier in the chat.
I said I watched your video. No, I watched the beginning of Gaining Ground's other video when he was playing spades.
Oh, yeah, because that's where the info's at. She wants to talk shit about me and T and everybody else, but she's gonna go over to Gaining Ground's stream and watch him play cards because that's where the information lies.
Well,
she said my stream, not yours.
In our conversation, I talked about that too. So now you don't know?
I feel like we're derailing. At the end of the day, if anyone wants to whatever the fuck with Frank, I just don't think we could police anybody. You don't like Frank, you have these accusations against Frank, whatever. I don't like Frank either, obvious. But at the end of the day, we can't police who people can talk to. I think we're totally derailing the conversation. I think what we're saying is we have to.
No, but that's what it's about now.
No, but it's not. But it can't be about. No, but the whole can't be about. I don't know. It's just.
No, you can police who people talk to. You absolutely can. For my benefit, fuck yeah. I won't even call it policing. I will call it acknowledging who people fuck with and then cutting ties with that person. That's what I did. 30-year-long relationships I have with motherfuckers. Over the secret pedo, I wrote that I will never speak to them again. That was the biggest deception anybody has ever pulled on me in my entire fucking life. And an abuse victim, no less. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Remember when Amy was crying about Trag saying go join the pedos? Out there you tell a sexual abuse victim that. Why do you think I avoid Frank and his entire community, Amy, Fancy Badger, the whole kit and caboodle? Is because I'm a victim of abuse and I don't want to be around people who are even remotely fucking with that shit. So yes, Gigi, you can't police who other people talk to, but you can take note and make adjustments for your own benefit. I'm sorry, man. The only person on this panel that is even rational or even genuine and based is Trag.
Getting into all that's weird to me. Like at the end of the day, what I'm hearing is Amy felt a certain way when Negs showered Sylvana with praise and didn't shower her, and obviously she held on to it. She didn't say anything to anybody. It's been festering, and it blew up. That's what I'm hearing.
What? I showered Sylvana with praise? I did. Did I maybe shout out the individual who I speak to on a near daily basis? The individual who has selflessly designed and my aesthetic to my stream. The individual who has always been nothing but honest with me. Did I shout them out? Yeah. I like based people. I like real based people.
Yep. I agree.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because all of her comments have been directed towards me. All the comments that keep getting read are directed towards me.
Because you're safe, Tragic. She's not going to call out Negs blatantly.
Yeah, but now she's trying to act like she doesn't know what's going on. If she follows Amy and Negs and I are supposed to support her, and they know so much of what's going on, they support us back so much, she doesn't know anything about it. It makes no sense.
I'm telling you what I knew and why I have the opinion I have. And I don't have no problem calling out Negs. Negs is a dick. I'm sorry, but he's been a dick to me. He made an awful comment on one of my videos, but I still tried to support him because I thought, you know what, he's going through some shit. And sorry, I didn't mean to curse. He's going through some stuff. And maybe I'm just going to look past this one right now.
Yeah. So you have a personal vendetta with Negs.
Oh, are we coming up on the yeah, here we go. Here's the comment.
No, actually, I have supported Negs quite a bit over the last couple of months, especially after he's been off. I was going to get a subscription next month. Somebody had gifted me one on Twitch. I was very grateful about that. I was going to get a subscription next month, but the way he's behaving now, I'm just done. I don't like it.
How am I behaving? What did I say to this person? If you made a fucked off video about me, I probably did say some fucked up shit on your channel. Or was I joking? What was it? What was it?
Like the way he responded to your video?
His constant degrading of people like that. Like, no, I just can't deal with it anymore. So I'm not going to support him anymore. And what I saw in his conversation towards Amy, I was done. I'm not scared to call out Negs. It's not like Negs isn't safe. I don't care.
So he left a comment, hurt your fifis. So
piss off.
It's a weird, no, but really, it seems like, aside from how Tragic feels about it, it does seem like very weird timing. That all of this, because Negs has always been who Negs is. So
I have had previous conversations with people behind the scenes saying that I am having a hard time supporting Negs before this. I have had those conversations, but I'm going to keep them private because those other people don't want their conversations out there either. So I'm not going to give people.
Whose conversations have I released recently? I dropped some of Amy's DMs to offer context to everything because it's very obtuse. I stopped at 2 screenshots because I'm not trying to dump a whole conversation. All you need to see was what we were talking about. I was trying to show that she did a complete 180. That was it. And trying to show, and also show that she blocked me before I could finish my point. And that's the only reason I made the video and the dead mackerel eyes comment. So, I mean, it's all about getting your attention. I got your attention now, right? Oh, we don't like the words you say. Okay, cool. Don't listen to me then. There's that. Here's an idea. I said this when Trump was in office. If you hear Trump's coming on TV, just turn it off. If Trump tweets, don't read it. Yeah, I blocked Joe Biden because when I was on Twitter, I don't want to see his tweets. I don't want one to accidentally float across my desktop because I don't like him. I don't want to read that individual's tweets.
I mean, in all fairness to Ruby, and over the last year, many people have approached me and pretty much said, cut your ties with him or I'm unsubscribing. It's not a new, we shouldn't all be shocked that people.
Yeah, do you know how many times I've had that said to me as well?
I understand. So that's what I'm saying. We should kind of understand where she's coming from because he is very polarizing. And while a lot of people were behind the scenes saying, you know, how can you still support him? I still supported him. So I get what I wouldn't.
No, I do too. I absolutely do too. Really. And I can understand how that could be your last straw, but it is very, very funny timing to me because he's always been him. He's always done these things. It seems like to me that you only have a problem when these things are aimed in your direction or in somebody that you're close to direction. You're willing to support it as long as it's not happening to you. And personally, that's not something that I can respect.
No, it's not, because I have reconsidered my support a number of times.
What she's saying it's a fucking fact that people are okay with it until they get mad at me. It is. It's a fact. Amy was cool with everything until she's mad at me. And Silvana called me out on it. She's like, to be fair, Negs does this too. And I'm like, yes, I do. And to quote DC, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I don't care.
But I don't like to just cut people off or cancel them or not support them because of something that I don't like, because there's more to people than just one aspect of them, which is why I still support Amy. I don't like what she said. Of course I don't. But
she didn't like what she said, but it gets a pass. But what I said was over the line, obviously.
I would know more of Amy than just that. And I don't think
but
that's
do you not
really
agree
who she
that
is
it's
as a
her
person.
It's her actions after the fact. Anybody can make a mistake. It's how they come back from that mistake. It's how they handle that mistake. And she has handled it piss poorly. She doubled down on it. She tried to blame everybody and anybody but herself. She's acting incredibly entitled about audiences and who did and did not support her and how and what they should have done. And it's all very bad. It's a bad fucking look. She looks like a child, a petulant child.
Then she was complaining about people liking others' tweets. And then I tell her, you know, they're on Twitter right now saying that my brother really didn't die, that he's still alive, that I did for attention. And she totally dismissed it. Are you also fine with that behavior, Ruby?
I don't even know anything about that. I hadn't heard anything about that.
You don't know anything about that, but you know everything about one comment I made and the hate. Ruby's seething. That water's got to be boiling in that bathtub.
Sorry if your brother died. I'm sorry. That's terrible. And I feel for you.
Look, you're friends with Amy, right? She's
I'm friendly with Amy. Like,
she's acting reckless, and she's only doing harm to herself. Like,
that's
as
a
friend,
fact.
I would hope that you can realize that. Like, she needs to be told the truth. She needs to be supported. Support sometimes looks like telling somebody the truth when they don't want to hear it. That's what support and love looks like sometimes.
Yeah. But you guys don't know my private conversations with her either. I'm just not going to come out here and like tell my private conversations with her.
I can understand that. I'm assuming what you're getting at is that you have said these things to her behind the scenes, but that
Amy
publicly
knows
you're
that I
supporting
don't
her
like
as a
the
friend.
comments that were said. But I don't think Amy is a racist person. I think she said some nasty things.
Nobody said she was racist.
It's not okay.
Not a single person. Not a single person said Amy was racist. Everybody knows I don't get down with that shit anymore. Fuck you and your racism, and your colorism, and your fucking identity bullshit. Go fuck yourself with it. So many scorned women that have negs have turned to basket cases. Give it 2 months and they could start an NFL team. As long as it's not one of those lingerie NFL teams or whatever. What is it? The National Fatty League? Fucking hell.
Her inability to feel remorse and to apologize for what it seems like she has a negative racial bias against black people. That's just what it seems like. I'm sorry.
I've never gotten that from her.
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry.
Racial bias against black people.
She's okay. So the arbiter of morality over here is saying that Amy has a racial bias towards black people. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I don't even know what to say to that.
That's just what it seems like. I'm sorry.
I've never gotten that from her. I understand
her saying that Charlie Gold doesn't stand up because she's a black, whatever she said, like that's not a negative racial bias to you.
I understand why it looks like that, and I understand why.
So what if it was? Didn't Gigi just say we can't police who people hang out with, and now Peanut's policing her language? What I told you, man. These individuals always expose themselves. They always expose themselves. It's usually through the hypocrisy. They don't police who people hang out with. Oh, how dare you say that? I say it was racist, therefore it was. I don't think it was. I really don't. And if it was, who cares? You're white. Yeah. So, yeah, the guy's white and a man. Yeah, Ruby's probably white too. Trag is white. I'm white. So, can we not even have that conversation, please? We're way past this shit by now.
You would think that. But I've never gotten that from her. I've never heard anything other than that from her. And I didn't even hear that from her. It's secondhand. So, what I did hear about it, I don't appreciate. Like, it's not something I would say. It's not something I feel. And
whatever happened to that? It's not my place to say what is and what isn't. Do people forget about that? Like, Peanut's really just out here going, yeah, you're a racist. That was racist. I decided that's racist. You've done nothing but shame her this entire time, Peanut. Like, whatever happened to the sick and struggling trope? Was that just a trope? Is that what it was? Oh, the sick and the struggling obese women who intentionally make themselves eat to be struggling and obese.
And it's not something I feel like she even really feels. I think she just
take my link out of your description. I don't want to be associated with your channel. Seriously, don't promote me. I'm asking you publicly. Do not put my link in your description anymore. You can leave it in the others. I'm not gonna have you do that. Don't promote me anymore. I don't fuck with. Look, man. You're not based.
Ruby,
so frustrated.
You have to understand, it's the issue. Biggest issue for me is her inability to feel remorse for it after the fact. She is not apologizing for it. She doubled down on it. What about that aspect of it? What do you feel about that?
No, I understand where you guys are coming from with that. My issue was that the whole story, why she got to that point, was not being told. And it doesn't mean that people pushed her to say specific things.
What did Charlie do? Charlie did nothing.
Hey,
oh, wow. Oh, you're sitting next to Gigi, the motherfucking gaining ground, about to defend Charlie Gold. DC, I hope you're watching this. God damn it. If you're not, you're missing out.
Story are you talking about? Are you talking about my story?
What do you mean your story?
You keep bringing up the story that's being told. What story are you
No,
referring to?
the fact that it was all about this and nobody ever wanted to mention why she got upset.
What does Charlie have to do with anything?
To that.
Why
People just came into her chat.
Nothing. Why are any of you even talking about her? Again, you want me to repeat my point? Only reason I called Amy out on it, I don't care what she said, Africa, blah, 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 blah. I uploaded the clip to my server so everybody else could make their own decision. All I did was said, damn, and everybody agreed. Damn, that's a bad look, right? Nobody said, not one single motherfucker said racism. Everybody said that's bad optics, which it is. And when you're on the internet, you can deliver a lot of bad optics.
And started attacking her.
Ruby, please explain to me what Charlie Gold has anything to do with it and why she would ever let.
Yet Charlie has done a lot. Charlie's fucked a lot of people's days up. We'll leave it at that.
Lash out at Charlie Gold.
Why does anybody lash out at Charlie Gold? Why does Charlie Gold lash out at Chantel?
I don't lash out at Charlie Gold.
Oh my God. What about Nix? What about Charlie? What about Chantel? Charlie, are you watching this? Holy shit, honey. You fucking got some free real estate up in these white people's heads.
I talk about her behavior. I don't know anybody who lashes out at Charlie Gold unless Charlie Gold has done something negative to them. What the fuck has Charlie Gold ever done to Amy? I would be very surprised if Charlie Gold even knows who flaming Amy is as a person.
Drake, every time she says Charlie Gold. Hey, Kate, how do I sign up for one of those? Can I get one by codes, though? And is it possible that we give him a special hand like CJ? You know, so it's like a one-handed sponge bath, like a stranger danger, only done by an actual stranger, and I would be in danger. God, that sounds hot.
So explain to me why did Charlie Gold deserve that? Why did her name ever get brought into the situation, period?
She was reviewing Charlie's content for the 8 millionth time.
Said I don't agree with it, though.
No, but explain to me, in your mind, why was Charlie Gold brought up there?
Tragic, please talk. Make some sense.
We're asking her questions that can't be answered. She's not flaming Amy. I think at the end of the day, all Ruby was trying to do is say... Amy,
that was the stupidest fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. I am dumber for having heard it.
His feelings were hurt. The end does not justify the means, but
we're
trying. Hold on. No, I understand, but we're trying to.
Sold. What'd you buy? Ass pits.
What Ruby just said. Ruby just said something, and
I
was talking. No, I'm talking about what Ruby just said. Ruby said to me and to Tragic that we don't understand because of the story that.
What if she blarded in the bathtub? Oh my God.
Had been told, and I said, what does that have to do anything to do with Charlie Gold? So it's about Ruby. It's not about.
But she
yes, she can as herself.
She's not.
She can answer that as herself.
I can't tell you what Amy was thinking. All I'm telling you is what my perspective was.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking you Amy's perspective. I'm asking yours.
I don't know why Charlie was the target. I don't know.
But then why do you think in your mind as a person, when you are personally judging this situation, why does it make it seem okay to you that
she's like, oh my God, my entire body's covered in a thin scab. Ugh.
Charlie was brought into it? What does anything that Amy's going through? No, because of what you said. Because you said, oh, that happened as a result of because of basically what Amy was going through.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. You can understand how something can happen without thinking that it's okay. You can understand that somebody can get emotional and say things that they say and not agree with what they say. And then
in your mind, what does Charlie Gold have to do with anything that Amy's going through for you in your mind to be like, oh, yeah, I understand. I don't understand that.
I've tried to explain this to you. I don't understand the Charlie aspect, but I understand.
I just keep waiting for Trads to be like, oh, I hurt your fifis. Made you real sad.
And her getting to a point where she says things that maybe shouldn't have been said.
Yeah. Whose fault? When somebody says something that they shouldn't say, whose fault is that? Is it the person that says it?
I've never said it's not her fault, though. This is the problem. There's a difference between the fact that you can get heated and say things you don't mean, or that wouldn't normally even come out of your mouth when you're heated. We've all
That's a much
done
better
it.
way to word it.
Maybe not that, but we've all said things that we don't mean when we're heated and when we're emotional and as drunk as she was last night.
And then you blame it on other people when you do that?
No, that's the thing, is you're thinking that I'm blaming it on you. I'm saying this is the situation.
She did.
This is how she was feeling. This is how she was like thinking about the situation. So if this is what her perspective is, and this is what's going through her mind, and then she gets more upset and more upset and more heated and more heated, and then she just lashes out. I don't agree with what was said. I don't know why that's what she said, but I can understand the process. It doesn't mean it's your fault. It means that this is her perspective of what was happening for her.
Well, as a friend, you should let her know that process is.
You see, somebody said you've spent the last hour or so saying it was because of negs.
You don't know what I said to her, though. You don't get the right to know.
She can't answer for Amy, but she can talk for her. That's
yeah,
right,
dude, you're sitting here defending her. You're speaking pretty loudly and boldly up for her, but then like you don't get to say that when you're doing what you're doing.
You're just deflecting. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, he's
well,
right.
sorry for being able to understand how somebody can say things that they don't.
Only thing I've understood was Negs left a comment on one of your videos
just shut up.
You didn't like, and now you're mad at him, and so now she has an issue that she's blaming.
No,
she did something horrible on blaming
because
of Negs.
No, but that's what it seems like to me as well, dude.
You're teaming up. That's all that you've proven since you got on.
Negs left that.
Hey, I listen, Nietzsche. I agree with a lot of what Peanut said. It's a right message, wrong messenger thing. That I'm sorry, Nietzsche. That's a huge that interferes with. I almost have to suspend disbelief to a degree. So like I have to really like not say anything when she makes sense, because I can agree, but like I'm like, no, you're the wrong person to be saying it though, because they are 100% fake. This is performative. It is, and I loathe it. I loathe it.
Comment on my video when I first started my channel months ago.
Yeah, you're holding a grudge. You should process that yourself.
How would I be holding a grudge if I was continuing to support him? I even emailed him and asked him to buy some of his stuff, but I'm in Canada, so there was an issue that he couldn't send it to me through his website. He never got back to me. I have supported him since then.
What?
So that's two issues that you have now.
Why would that be an issue?
You should process that and work through that.
Kate says, look here, I get shit-faced too, but I refrain myself from being an IRL racist.
Shut up, Trag. Why would that be an issue? Why would it be an issue that his website doesn't take foreign orders?
Well, he doesn't own the internet.
I give you some money.
No,
I have supported him. I have shared his links on Twitter. I have done the same thing. I don't care that he left that comment months ago, but I'm saying that
months ago. So I left that comment months ago. You were okay with me after that. And then Amy has an issue. Look, man, this is why I'm like pushing you with the biggest stick. Because if this is like a big 180, like, I mean, like, look, I'm all about having viewers. I don't give a shit. But like, once people start inserting themselves like this, it's a huge red flag. And I don't mind addressing it. I'm not going to like commit myself to some kind of back and forth, some kind of glorified Pong game. But
even though he left that comment, I still supported him.
Carl!
I don't even know who you are, Ruby.
I don't care that you don't know who I am.
Yeah, I don't either, Ruby, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
like you guys, both you and Amy, I want you guys both to know. I was a pretty big player in Negs' life on YouTube until his suspension or whatever. So, and you guys keep saying how much you supported him. And like, I've never heard of either of you.
What? Can we just hear her say that again? Just one more time. Did she really just say that? Did she? Tell me you didn't just say that, to quote Booker T.
And Amy, I want you guys both to know. I was a pretty big player in Negs' life on YouTube until his suspension or whatever. So, and you guys keep saying how much you supported him. Like, I've never heard of either of you. So it obviously wasn't loud, but I'm just telling you so that you know.
What the fuck is that? She just took credit. Oh, fuck. I don't give a fuck about white people's racisms, Nietzsche. I just won't fuck with the racists. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna make a big deal of it. I just don't fuck with racists and pedos. You know what I'm saying? I will expose a pedo. A racist is benign. You know, it's like, if I could figure that black mole that has a hair out of it. Nobody wants to look at it, you know, but people really don't get it removed, and then it becomes, you know, malignant, and then you die. So.
As much as of an important role that both you, and more so Amy, not much you, not really you, that you feel you've played in supporting him. I've never heard of you.
I can name, what are there, 50 people here right now, 49 people here. I can go to my Discord server right now and name 49 to 50 people who supported me way more than you or Gigi combined. For real. I want to make something clear, and it's not about money, but like all this time and everything that happened, the eating and all this, Gigi makes pretty good money. He goes to Hawaii all the time, renovations, blah, 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 blah. I ain't hating. That dude is the most frugal motherfucker I've ever met. That's all I'm saying.
More so Amy than you. More so Amy
make
than you.
things something they're not. I never said I had a big role or an important role. I just said that I continue to support him.
What the?
Is I have casual viewers who come to every stream and contribute something. And like, I'm not trying to compare that shit because that's inappropriate, but I'm just trying to show you that like the people who truly support you, do they truly support you though? If you're going to weaponize somebody, go put a battery in their back. Man, I might grease them up with some money next time. That tends to make things a little better.
The hell was that?
I was looking at the damn farms and autoplays videos and stupid Zachary Michaels big
Who
head
was
started
that?
talking. Sorry, go ahead. I'll go on mute. I was trying to see what's going on.
Oh, what are they saying? I'd be curious to hear what they're saying.
I wanted to read it, but for some reason, whenever I load the farms, it automatically plays the stupid videos, and I have to hear every time I go to a page. What page is this? 793. Zachary Michaels' big head starts talking, and I have to mute it.
Yeah, Zachary Michael. Whatever.
I hope if next time I have a verbal whatever that was, diarrhea, breakdown or whatever, that when I blame it on Peanut and Gigi for the reason for doing it, you support me too, Ruby. So you can just give the same love my way because I'd like that excuse card as well.
Gaining ground, read what you were about to just read.
No, it was actually
Chazik's just like, there you go.
Zach's on a virtual thing again about how Chantal's a transphobe and he's super angry. You know, the usual bullshit that he does for views. Yeah, the usual. Nothing about, the people in his own community who make transphobic jokes, but of course Chantal's a transphobe, but I digress. I'm going to say this. I think, and I'm going to disagreement, I think people are trying to get Ruby to answer questions that Ruby's unable to answer. However, I appreciate Ruby.
You have it twisted. I'm talking about her point of view. Not
she said she was a huge part of it, guys. She was a huge part of it. I've been on YouTube for 15 fucking years, and she was a huge part of it. Like what? You got involved in some drama for 9 months. That's a huge part of my online. I'm gone now, and you've put take my link out of your description.
Amy's.
No, but you
not
can't.
Amy's.
No matter how many times you say it, she cannot explain to you why Charlie was the target.
No, but she can explain her own. She can explain her own for why she is allowing that from a friend. She can explain that.
And I think she shed some light. I think I did not know this whole shout out thing, and I don't know what Amy's intentions were. I went out there. I think the Frank Docs thing is very suspicious. I will say that because I feel like everybody knew about it.
I didn't know about it.
Amy was in our Discord, and I feel like we talked about it in the Discord. But again, I don't. My memory shot. So at the end of the day,
everybody knows.
And I get it. Listen, when my mom was sick, when all this shit was going down, you bottle a lot of shit in, and you look for people to fight with, and anybody who gives you the slightest aggression, you're like, you're my target, I'm gonna fight with you today. And I think she got to that point, and sadly she said very stupid fucking things she shouldn't have said. At the end of the day, I think I don't care about everything else. I think if Amy really should just be like, listen, no excuses. I was mad at Trag, I was mad at this. At the end of the day, I said something I shouldn't have, said, and I'm sorry. And that's my only message to her. I know she's offended.
Own your shit.
Own your shit, huh? She did own her shit. I'll give her that. She did own it. She just told you to fuck yourself on your apology. And I'm not gonna look, man, and I don't think I said otherwise yesterday. I don't care. She did own her shit. Why should she apologize? To you, of all people. Who the fuck are you, Gigi? You don't give a fuck that she said that about Chuck. We all know better than that. We all know better than that.
She thinks I'm dogpiling her, whatever. That's not the case. I'm trying to give her advice from somebody who went through it. I went through it. I said some dumb shit that I did not mean. And when people were telling me it was dumb, I fought everybody. You're wrong. You're a troll. You're a this. You're a that. And then 3 weeks later, I was like, God, I shouldn't have said that. And I finally apologized for it.
And you never stopped doing it either. You never stopped doing it. Just because you don't do it on the gaining ground doesn't mean you're not doing it.
That's all I'm saying to her. This is not a dog pile.
This is a dog pile.
No, this is a get your shit together, own your shit, so you can recover from it. That's the message.
Because I know she wants to. It's the same shit.
Look, man. I mean, like, I got two people here, the biggest hypocrites I've ever met, because now I've heard all this shit spew out of their mouth, trying to judge somebody for being based. I'm not gonna fuck with Amy until if she gets her shit together. Sure, why not? But it's got to be more about camaraderie than this fucking numbers game, right? But until then, no. I mean, I'm not gonna harshly judge her for what she said. I judged her because her self-medicating is making her look foolish. I know from experience, right, Gigi? I know from experience from that. So that's the root of the problem, right? You're looking at the wrong thing. Gigi, you're giving advice to this girl to stop it. You are still doing it, dude. You are, man. We've all heard you and Charlie Gold's tale. It's as old as time, man.
shit I said to Hussy
talking about
months ago. It's the same shit I said to Hussy, where I know you want to grow your channel. If you want to grow your channel, there are things you have to do. And I know she really wants to do this, and I commend her for it, but she's not going to be able to until she addresses. And you can't, like, and I kept using my mom as an excuse, but at the end of the day, my lashing out was unwarranted. It doesn't matter what was going on with my fucking mom. I should say my fucking mom. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I took responsibility for my own actions, and that's all I'm saying she needs to do. She's mad at Next Tragic. It sucks. But at the end of the day, it was her actions. She should apologize for them and then move on. End of story.
Fuck you. Like, really? No, I mean, like, why are you telling her what to do? Is this advice, or like, this is part of, like, this is the opposite coin of cancel culture, guys. This is the opposite side of that coin. This is exactly what that is. It's don't cancel me. I thought that was wrong. You should apologize. And then they leave it at that. That's the very passive cancel culture. If she doesn't want to apologize, she shouldn't. She's not sorry for what she said. So what? That's her feeling. Why the fuck you pressed about how somebody else feels? Does it affect you? I'm pretty sure she lives like a 20-hour flight maybe from here. Yeah. Unless you want to get on your fucking canoe and paddle there in a month. Enable culture. Pfft, whatever. I mean, it's...
And there's no reason for her to even be mad at me. So just for me, particularly speaking on my own.
There's reason for her to be mad at you.
Okay, what?
This will never fucking stop. Peanut's been talking 3 or 4 months about how she doesn't want to cover Hater Nation shit whilst always talking about it. She's talking about Charlie Gold right now. DC, Gigi is defending Charlie. I think hell is frozen over.
That's the reason.
You told her to go join the Peas.
That's after I was having a conversation where I told her I was working. One, I was working. Two, I was dealing with how they were on Twitter saying that my deceased brother, my younger little brother, who went through some horrible things, wasn't really dead. And I explained that to her.
90% of Twitter's users should not even have fingers. They should just leave a thumb so they can grasp a spork.
She dismissed it. She asked me for some other links.
Feeding
I gave
tubes.
it to her, and she was typing in all caps. And I said, well, if that's not good enough for you, I've already offered to come on your stream. I shared your link out multiple times. I was in your chat rooms. I got Hussy to go in your chat and like your tweets and all this stuff. I had to bug him about it. If that's not good enough for you, then go join him. Yeah. I told her to fuck off because I was working. I'm a busy guy. I have a labor-intensive job, and people were talking about my brother about that way. She dismissed it. So yes, you can fuck off. And if you don't like it, then you can fuck off too.
Oh, look who drops in. It's Keisha. Keisha says, hello, y'all. I can't stay, but I wanted to say hello and show my love for Peanut's sister. I hope everyone has a great new year. Oh, God. Ugh. Hey, we know where my leftovers went.
Different than saying go join the Peas.
Well, the same thing. Go join in with them. Because that's what she was presenting to me. Well, I'm looking at both sides of the situation with you and with Wanky. And it's like pretty cut and dry when it comes to what's being done to little kids. And that's what the videos were that I linked her, but she didn't want to actually look at them. She just wanted to scream and try to deflect onto me and project shit onto me, and to taking her words and her actions onto herself and dealing with it like an adult.
She did to me too. That's what she did to me too. She just like ignored everything I said and was just like and I was like, pfft.
So how about that?
Yeah, how about that? Go join the Peas. That's really going to help.
Dude, it was something that was said in emotion. You can understand that from Amy, but you can't understand that from Tragic. Why is that?
She's upset about that. So why is it okay?
And he just explained to you his train of thought and why that was said. He just explained it to you in detail why he said what he said. He was in emotional state. You're capable of understanding that from Amy, but not from Tragic.
And she went and took the advice too, because she's sharing all her stuff now.
No, I'm not twisting it. I think that you are just giving her. I think you're giving her a pedestal. You're putting her on a pedestal, and it's not doing her any fucking good.
No, it's not.
I am not putting her on a pedestal. I can understand why Tragic would say something in emotion, just like I can understand why Amy would. But you guys are accepting Tragic telling her to go hang out with the Peas.
I agree with him. If you watch the beginning of this stream, I said based on her action alone that she belongs with those people. She belongs with Frankie. She belongs with the haters.
Okay.
Not pedos, but she belongs.
That's what he said.
She belongs with the people who've been making excuses for the pedos because she used it as a pawn.
One in the same. One in the same. You can't have pedophilia without somebody to fucking enable it, like Epstein, Maxwell.
No apologies. It's a fact.
Yes.
Go watch the Will Kincaid video. He lays it out complete with facts.
I don't like him.
The guy was 19. The girl was 13.
Whether you like somebody or not, that doesn't, you're going to, because you dislike somebody, you're just going to eschew the truth that they could be talking about the situation or your friend. Like, that's really childish.
No. Where do you get that from?
Both. You said you didn't watch the video because you don't like him. If it's shining light.
Amy didn't say her shit out of emotion. She said it because she was fucking drunk. And that's why I called her out on it. It had nothing to do with her sounding racist. It just had everything to do with her being a fucking idiotic drunk. Really? I don't give a fuck. You want to be a racist? That's your right. Freedom of speech, baby. You know me, I'm all about freedom. Just don't be sad when somebody crescent kicks your nipples off.
Right, and shining truth on a situation that you're ignorant of. Why wouldn't you go out of your way to educate yourself before, so you can make a better judgment for yourself?
I have my own idea about Frank.
Okay.
I've seen videos about Frank.
Yeah, and?
Like, I don't understand what the...
You haven't seen all the videos because he false copyright strikes most of them.
Yep,
no, I don't have time to watch all the videos.
Well, you'll never be able to because he copyright strikes all of them.
Okay,
true.
I have my opinion about Frank. I also don't think it's a good idea to call people the P word without going to the authorities about it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either, Tragic. I think you throw that word around a little bit too willy-nilly, but it's been done to you, so I assume that's why you do it too.
Will you fuck off? Being a pedophile starts the moment that they start to think about touching a child. You understand that, right? And once you get caught, I'd be like, okay, look, a 19-year-old soliciting news from a 13-year-old is a pedophile. That 19-year-old is a pedophile. Okay. We're not going to sit here and do semantics, not schematics, semantics. No.
No, the thing is, if these people watched the video that Will Kincaid made, he did go to the authorities. The authorities told him that they couldn't do anything unless the person that it happened to brought it forward. At that time, they were in college. They didn't feel like going forward with it. They were
I'm shocked that they're not like, Tragic, you should call them a map. How dare you? You're ignorant to the situation. I can't watch anymore. This shit's Tragic. I love you, dude. Thank you for fucking being the only real motherfucker on there. Ugh. That was a whole lot of disgust. I just kind of really man, look, I mean everything I said. I don't care. Get upset, read, whatever. Yeah, it's right, Death. I mean, like, it hadn't happened to me yet, but like now that I'm hearing everything, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I feel bad. I don't feel bad about just cutting ties. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not really that big of a deal. It didn't need to be a 3-hour stream type of deal. That was a little redundant. The dick measuring, the moral dick measuring contest was a little fucking nauseating, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else can relate, but that's how I felt. Yeah, I've stayed the course too. That's because I'm based. When you're based, you don't have to worry about your story changing because you're not a liar. It just stays the same. I'm allowed to change my mind, but my story stays the same. And I know that I seem like I have a really harsh opinion on the everybody but Trag on that panel, but I'm listen, man, knowing what I know, the conversations we've had, and even the things that I've said, which I will own if anybody decides to be familiar and get familiar and publish those. Just provide all context if you do. That was a bunch of hypocrisy. It was. Like, I don't understand why now all of a sudden, like I could tell Gigi is he's throwing shade. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. He's like I said, he's a petty bitch. Peanut's trying to do that whole appeasement thing. Everybody's buddy, old pal. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your pal. Okay, I'm not. I'm really not. You're more interested in my drama than you are what's actually happening to me in real life, which is really which is having a significant impact on my my health. So but you don't know about that because, well, you know, it's not a Charlie Gold meme that you could tweet me at 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning. Do you know what they said? No. Put that battery in your back real early. Stop sending me stuff they say about my kids. Oh, here's some stuff they said about your kids. Get him, Punky. You get him. Yeah, what is that? What is that all about, Death? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the only reason my opinions are so harsh is because I don't want anybody trying to placate me or anything. Like, you can keep being nice and whatever. I'm still going to be, I'm me. I'm me. You know who the fuck I am. You've known who I am since day one. You just didn't expect to be under this microscope. Trag is a good guy. He stayed calm. I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't explain this one more time to anybody. I did the same with Mason. Explained myself hundreds of times, and it fucking wrecked it, dude. It's just so hard, but it's so fresh. It's so fresh. You know what I'm saying? When that shit's fresh, it's hard. You can't really appeal to people's sensitivities during that time, man. You kind of just gotta it's kind of like a controlled fire. You know, you just kind of put out the blazes when you can, and then like kind of let it smolder and burn a little. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, homie needs people there for him because this shit's difficult. Truth goes in a straight line. That's right. Yeah, you know, Punky of Death. I will never understand somebody going, "I'm ugly, please fuck me." You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. I have a new mantra. You know, like I don't entertain anything about certain subjects that I don't want to. And people don't send it to me. People don't send me drama anymore. I don't know about half the shit I don't know about 99% of the shit. I didn't even know this stream took place until I just started poking around a little bit this morning. And I was like, oh, content for the 10 a.m. Yeah. But what you gotta do, man? What you gotta do? Yeah, if you're ugly, don't draw attention to it. Yeah, like maybe you should wear some really nice shoes, really nice dress or something. Hell, just wear a deer carcass around your neck. That'll distract from it. Nikki, it really is. And the only reason I watched today is because I knew exactly what I was going to be calling out, and I knew exactly how it was going to go. Ugh. People are too easy. Fun fact: I'm ugly. Please f me. It's Grinder headline. David, don't even bother. Don't even bother. It's what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just tune in when I go live. Listen to me spout about it for a few minutes. I'm only gonna talk about the important shit. I'm gonna make it entertaining and funny. So that's all you really need to hear. There's no context that's important. There's no conclusion to any of this. It's all bullshit. It is. I'm getting real fucking sick of people having streams about me and not inviting me on the panel. This is like what, the second or third one, fourth one, fifth one. She's done. Next. Link in the description. Don't invite her up. Nope. Don't invite her up this part. In her description, next voice was silenced by the sick and struggling. Here's your drama for today. Go make your content. Go have a good time. Enjoy yourself. I'm sure it's going to be a flaming dumpster fire. Thank you, Lava. Thank you. You only watch Hussy, you, and Trash. That's it. I watch Hussy and Trash. That's it. That live stream was insufferable. 3 hours dedicated to my drama. No hours dedicated to helping me regain what I had. None. Zero. Not a single tweet. Nothing. They had that fight in them for a couple days, and it was like, oh, I'm jonesing for fat girls and virtue signaling. words, fellas. All you need. It's all you need right here. Next, Husky and Tragic. That's right. No particular order. Well, I think I need to go have a detox tea now. That was fucking insufferable. Jesus Christ. So, dude, the day is early. I feel like ass. I have no energy. I'm literally leaning in my chair like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's just how I'm going to be all day. I'm going to be in and out of the Discord. I'm not doing much. I think I might do dishes later. That's about it. I think that's it. Dishes. Good times. So, yeah, go get some rest. I'm going to be in Discord and stuff because I'm going to try to get some rest. But I'll be around because I want to see... I don't know. I'm just interested now. I'm very intrigued. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.